I realise this is late. I could have done it previously. In the meantime, I recorded 2 other videos and promised this one. So why I didn't just make this video first, I just don't know. Anyway, this is my very late review of Oxygen. As per usual, there are just 7 things I wish to say about the episode, starting with the setting. Finally, we've got an episode based on a space station. It's been so long I've been wanting this to happen. There's been just so many opportunities for it to happen, and it just didn't. I mean, it seems like it's a nice return. Jamie Mathewson, of course, wrote this episode, and it was so very pleasant to be back on a space station, but that just increases the danger. Woo! Visually stunning. Space always is for me. It's this massive expanse of stars and planets, and there's a space station circling around. Even in the promo pictures of Capaldi floating in space or something like that, it all looked really nice, and I was really happy with the look of this whole episode. It felt very futuristic in a sort of more modern way. Obviously, ideas of the future in the past would have looked like the future set in Smile. This one, very much how we would deem the future now. The near future, not too far into the future. So, very happy with the look. There were some very real consequences in this episode too. Obviously, the Doctor faces them, but also Bill. Bill, at one point, there's a really dramatic bit where she's about to be killed, and she calls out for her dead mum, which I felt was quite powerful. Really set the character of Bill. I think that's what I was waiting for, her vulnerability, because at the minute she's just been taking everything in her stride, going with it, although she has had a few wobbles that just felt a bit more like tantrums than anything else. This was her vulnerability. Obviously, a fear of death is probably a lot of our vulnerabilities, but not everyone's, so but it was what I think I was waiting for. Next up, Nardole in space. Yes, Nardole finally gets off-world, not in a Hydroflax suit. Let's just forget that, shall we? Yes, Nardole is one of the main characters finally in this episode. He's very much present within the plot, and I think this is the point where we pick him up and run with him, because the next episode, Extremis or however you're pronouncing it these days, he becomes at the forefront of the episode, possibly to protect the Doctor. But anyway, more on that in the next episode. I did think that Nardole giving all the back chat and that sort of thing was very good. It was a different side to Nardole completely, and I'm glad that we finally seen it. Obviously, it's still Nardole, but I've not got an issue with him. Yes, he can be really, oh, hello, oh, look at that, oh. But on the other hand, he can be, look at me! And it's great that Matt Lucas has that range. And he's finally proven he can do dramatic, so well done. Obviously, the main talking point of the episode is the cliffhanger of the episode. I'm still blind. Bum bum bum. Yes, the Doctor is still blind, and this is one of the very real consequences of the episode. He's taken his helmet off and given it to Bill. He's not worn it for too long, and he's lost his eyesight as a it's gone. Yeah. Consequence. That's the word I was looking for. Yes, so I'm glad. Like I echo a lot of other YouTubers who have said we're glad that he's not just got it back in the TARDIS later on. Although we thought it was going down that way, he's still blind, and I'm so glad that Moffat decided to keep that. It's a new quirk to the Doctor we've never seen before. A vulnerability once again. Showing a vulnerability always improves the character. So, definitely a winner there, Jamie Mathewson. Well done once again. That's 3 out of 4 episodes you've managed to please on. The other one, we just won't talk about it. So, there. The concept of the episode is profit, and how profit outweighs human life in the future, in the not too near future. No, not so far away. Not too distant future, that's what I mean. Yeah, the concept of profit outweighing the profit outweighing human life, and it's a very scary reality that we could all be facing very soon if we're not careful. So it's always worth thinking about these things. But yeah, once again, very interesting choice for an episode, and quite well done as well. Obviously, spacesuits coming around killing you for profit may be a stretch, but it's still feasible with how the world's going at the minute. Who knows?
Any of us could be the next to go.
All in all, I thought this was a good episode, but I still feel there was something lacking in it. Whether it was the cheap get out of jail free card for Bill, or whether it was the fact that it was quite a shock at the end that the Doctor was still blind and nobody was quite prepared for it. Either way, there's something missing in the episode for me. I did watch it on my laptop because I was away for the episode, so who knows what was missing? I certainly don't. But this should have been a superb episode, 10 out of 10. I would have watched it again. In fact, I did watch it again to see if I could find out what was wrong with it. And I couldn't find what was wrong with it, but I still felt there was something. So, I'm not sure. Maybe it's me. Who knows? It is me, we know that. Anyway, thanks for watching. I shall see you next time for my review of Extremis, or Extremis, or whatever you young people are calling it these days. Which will be the next video, because I've watched that too. So, all in all, 100% successful trip. I've just quoted not Doctor Who. I'm gonna bye-bye.